It's Transformers 96 here with another review, this time of the Star Wars The Clone Wars 501st Region ATRT with ARF Trooper and TX-21 Tactical Droid. So here you go. So this is part of the 2013 collection of Star Wars figures, part of the first wave of these double packs that are hitting retail. I picked this up at the last day of 2012, so yeah, so let's get into it. So let's just go over the package, especially considering it's a new package, same design as far as in the package's shape and everything, same thing there, but instead of the Darth Maul in the right hand corner, we have everybody's favorite green little guy, Yoda. So of course that's cool. The packaging has been, if I'm not mistaken, it was like reddish more last year. Now it is green for Yoda, of course. You get some awesome artwork of the characters in this pack, which is neat. And now they have, they've, instead of just bringing you one figure pack, now you get two figures a pack with a vehicle. So so you do get a little bit more. I'm not sure if it costs more, but yeah. But here's the droid artwork, really neat. And there's the figures on the back. So yeah. So let's get into this pack. So first of all, let's talk about the Tactical Droid. So here's the TX-21. So yeah. So if I'm not mistaken, this Tactical Droid served under the Geonosian Commander. Not 100% sure which episode, but this was an exact Tactical Droid that was in the show, which is pretty cool. So overall, this is just a repaint of, originally the Tactical Droid came out in like 2009, and came with like a little hologram, and then that was repainted into a Tactical Droid that came in like this with a vehicle. Came with like a little a small small AAT, and now they're repainted again for this one. And this is nice because you do get, you do get a vehicle with the person, and then you also get like a villain or someone's. It's great for kids because kids definitely, they want a hero and a villain to fight. So now this pack allows them to get all that in one, which is pretty cool. So here's a repaint of this guy. This one is the one that came with the tank, kind of like this. They're exactly the same. I love tactical droids. I think that they look awesome and that they are just awesome in the show, as you can see. He looks pretty cool. He's got some markings on his body, if we can focus. There you go. Very accurate to the show, and as you can see, some really nice detail in it. And overall, it's pretty cool. He does have just some more detail throughout it. A lot of blue lines and everything throughout. And the actual shape of his body is pretty neat. I do like the look of it. And overall, he's pretty nice. I do like the arms, how it goes really small and then it gets a little bigger at the end there. And some nice detailing on the fingers, which looks pretty cool. The legs are neat. I like the way that their feet are sculpted. It looks pretty neat. And overall, really great articulation. Just very good. He's got a ball-jointed neck with ball-jointed shoulders, hinge, elbows, swivel wrist, swivel waist, ball-jointed thighs, and no knees, and then a ball-jointed ankle. I'm glad that he doesn't have any knees because he's a commander. What he's for is to just look at all the outcomes and all the different strategies and just absolutely just come out which is the best possible one that's gonna probably work just by percentages, and then he just commands the troops, which is really neat. I've always loved the concept of this droid, and I mean, I'm sure it's pretty much a future thing. I mean, I'm sure that we have versions of this guy already, just we don't need him to be a walking around robot. We have computers do that, but it's really neat, and it's something that armies would absolutely need, which is pretty cool. And overall, just really love the look of him. He does come with a standard blaster, although he really doesn't fight in the show, but this is just a standard blaster that comes with, battle droids and stuff, and it just fits right in his hand there, and he can hold it well. Overall, he looks really cool. I do love the colors. It's a very mild colors. He looks like he'd be great for like a snow mission to command the troops in like a snowy atmosphere. Same thing with the other clone, which is just really cool. So now let's go over that other clone. So here's the ARF Trooper. So as you can see, first of all, just looking into the face sculpt, looking very cool. Really do like it. And as far as the color, it's just really nice. It's a pretty pretty nice look. It's all white with some blue highlights just on the top, and really that's about it, which is pretty cool. It's just got a blue stripe up here, which I will say is, if I can focus, isn't painted perfect. Sorry, it's not focusing very well, but right there's a lot of paint splotching, which isn't great on the top right there. It kind of looks like it's been rubbed off, which doesn't look great. Then his shoulder pads are cool, and it's got the nice stripe right down there in the middle, and then some stripes at the wrist. But overall, it looks pretty nice. He does come with a standard weapon for clones, pretty much. You've got a million of these if you have any other clones. As far as articulation, it's pretty good. He's got a ball-jointed head, ball-hinged shoulders, hinge swivel elbows, swivel hinge wrist. On the left wrist, it's a hinge right there, so it can go in and out. And then on the right side, there's a hinge on the side, so it can kind of go like this if you wanted to. So yes, that's pretty interesting. And then he's got a ball jointed upper torso, ball hinge thighs with a hinge swivel knee and hinge swivel ankle. Overall, superb articulation, but pretty standard articulation for the clones. And he just looks great. Really like the very calm colors. He also looks like he could be, you know, a part of like a snow battalion going after just having a war in the snow. I really do like the colors of this pack. So here we have the ATRT, and overall pretty cool. I really am a fan of these vehicles. I like the walking ones, which is really neat, and how you can totally have a figure on there and it's completely exposed. It's not like hidden by a you know, tinted window or something, so you can't even see the figure. So I do really like how they have that. It's really nice. It does say the 501, because this is the 501 Legion, which is pretty neat. He has a nice gun up top. No, actually, you don't need to plug the gun in. You'll have to plug in, like, this leg will have to be plugged in, and then you'll have to plug in this antenna, but the gun is already plugged in. It's got some decent articulation. It's got a hinge just right there, and then it's got a swivel as well, so you can do it completely sideways if you wanted to. But overall, that's pretty nice. I do like the blue. I mean, the colors match the clone or the ARF Trooper, which is great. And overall, it's pretty nice. It does have some hollow bits on the inside of the legs and even on the back here, but it still looks nice. As far as articulation, I showed you the gun articulation. It has a hinge on the legs right there, and then a hinge at the ankles. So, not great articulation, but it doesn't really need a lot. It stands up very easily and everything. So overall, it's really great. There's a foot pedal and handle so that the ARC Trooper can hold on, and it looks very cool. I do like the arrow on the top. Just the little paint details are really neat, and if we can close it in, I kind of like how this is supposed to be painted sloppy. At least I hope it's supposed to be painted sloppy. It's kind of like a kind of homemade type of look, kind of thing that the clones painted this and everything. So overall, it looks very cool, and let's get the ARF Trooper on him. So here's the ARF Trooper riding the ATRT, and overall it looks pretty cool. He can hold on, and he can hold on fairly well. It's just, if you have him on this thing with his hands on the handlebars, if you decide to take him off and just have him like holding the gun, he will probably have a lot of difficulty holding the gun because his hands will be stretched out. But if you just plan on leaving him on this forever like I am, it's completely fine, and it's pretty great. Overall, he looks really awesome on it, and it looks very cool. So there you go. So that's my review of the Star Wars 2013 toy line, the 501 region ATRT with ARF Trooper and TX-21 Tactical Droid. So yeah, so this was a fantastic pack. I'm really happy with it. It's great for kids because now I really like what they're doing is they're giving you a vehicle, they're giving you a either good guy or bad guy to go with the vehicle, and then they're giving you the opposite character. So you get a good guy and bad guy with every purchase, which is just great. Kids will have a blast. They don't need to have a bunch of other figures to actually have fun with this. You can just get them this pack and they'll be good because they'll have a good guy to fight the bad guy, which is awesome. It looks great. I'm a huge Tactical Droid fan, not only the character but the toy themselves. So I really love when they come out with Tactical Droids, even though it's rare. So I was really excited to see this, and I didn't even know this pack was coming out. I just went to my Toys R Us recently and I saw this pack, had no idea this was coming out, and it looked great, so I picked it up right away. overall, I highly recommend it. I love the colors. They're very mellow. They're very cold colors, which I really like. I think that it's just a fantastic choice of pack, and this is just one of the best vehicle sets that I've gotten in a long time. It's just extremely well done, and I'm not sure if they're charging more for now because there's two figures. It was $23.99 at Toys R Us if I'm not mistaken, and that might be a couple bucks more expensive, but it's not $10 more expensive. So overall, it is a deal. Even if it's not the same price, it is a deal with the two figures. So highly recommend this pack for all fans of clones or droids, because you get them both.